is exciting. This target score time, which every game ends with, is electrifying.
Genius.
It is literally two different games. It's the first game is to get to this time, which is the target score time. And then if you have Arena League guys on your team, the target score time is whenever it is time for the Arena League boys to do their thing. We are very lucky to have a great crew. These 5 dudes out of Arena League were nothing short of electrifying. Obviously, Big Meat was one of the stars. There he is right there. Yep. Ice in his veins, obviously. Grella right behind him, MLS legend with the entire squad. Breck Shea, Jeff Cameron. But these Arena League boys, and I don't know how else to describe this, our team chemistry was as if we had been a team for 10 years.
Hell yeah.
We even had a fight in the middle of that entire thing and still were able to get through it on the other side and win a game the next morning. I mean, it was absurd. There's Mario right there. He's one of the Arena League boys up in the front. Then Huff. And then obviously you'll see Tommy Sonner, Ryan Cockerty out of Pittsburgh. Zach right there. He's the golden boot for the Arena League with the blonde hair. Big Meat's Brandon thing. Little guy right here is wiping his ass. That's Gordo. That is Gordy. Gordy is a weapon. Gordy is, the stories about Gordy are never ending. But these dudes were smoking 5-6 cigars a night.
Jeez,
Until about 2:30, 2:33. I happen to be out there with the boys, try to learn a little bit about their lives. These dudes are indie wrestlers, but for soccer, okay? They just travel around playing soccer. Cash games, cash league, cash tournaments, and they just bop from one to the next. And then when the Arena League starts, they go to their towns in which they work and play for, live in an apartment there, play their games, and off-season comes, boom, we're right back to cash games, cash leagues, cash tournaments. They have zero responsibilities. Yeah. They know that. They are an awesome bunch, as is the rest of the team. I like to say thanks to the entire Concafa boys. That was a fun run, man. That was a really fun run. Obviously, we make it to the Elite 8. We had a lot of olds like myself. Maz, who was on the team, turned into a coach. His foot somehow got worse as we got down there, and he was doing less work. I don't know how that happened. He was battling. He left in a boot. He showed up walking, left in a boot, so we hope Maz is okay. Myself, I got injured. Obviously, Jeff Cameron tore his MCL. Okay? Knew he was going to tear his MCL, but still scored a goal for our team. So, that is incredible. Wasn't able to hit a ball with the inside of his right foot. Had surgery 8 weeks ago on his MCL. Knew he wouldn't be able to kick a ball with the inside of his right foot. So he was just kicking balls with the outside of his right foot the entire time, kind of like swinging his leg like this, or kicking with his left foot. In the same game he tore his MCL, he actually wrapped his what's that? What's the behind the leg? Cruyffing it so he didn't kick it with the inside of his right leg. Then Zot, guy who played 10 years in the Premier League, 44 years old, played all 40 minutes for us a couple different times. 6'7", this guy. Has proper English accent too. I mean, he's in there. He plays the ball into Jeff Cameron, and Jeff literally has to think to himself, only way I can hit this is with the inside of my right. I'm going to tear my MCL. Scores a goal, hits the ground immediately, tears his MCL. I mean, that is Concafa football. So from him and Mike Foss, the amount of work that Mike Foss did to put this entire thing together. Great work, Fosso. Fosso is balancing and spinning a lot of plates. He was spinning a lot of plates. He did a fantastic job. I think the boys had fun, but we could have stole a win against that Hoosier Army team. It was very good. Very, very good. They beat us pretty soundly throughout that entire game. But when it gets to target score time, as long as it's within 1 or 2, you have a shot if you've got a bunch of Arena League boys, and we did that. So thanks to everybody at Concafa for the weekend. Thanks to TST. That was a blast, obviously. Cary, North Carolina was a beautiful place. Hot as balls.
It was a little hot.
Very hot. This hip flexor definitely torn. I mean, I'm dragging it around right now. I was asked to go play in a celebrity soccer game in L.A. or something like that next weekend. It's you catch me in 8 months.
Sure.
8, 9 months or so. On this free kick, no, not this one. This is the first one. Field a little bit. So I was on the bench. I hadn't really we're 15 minutes into that game. I'd been on the bench. That was a big win. We needed that win to get in. So I go out there as soon as we get a free kick in the plus area. Pat, here we go. So I just been standing there. So I ripped that first one, a little high. Tough to go up and over. Got to keep those things low. We know that for next year with how short the thing is. I stay on the field. I was about to sub myself off, though, because I did feel a little wakey in the hip flexor quad area. So I was like, I'm gonna get out of here. And they're like, no, stay. It's all right. So I make a couple plays, feeling pretty good. We get another foul. All of a sudden, it's like, here we go. And I'm sitting there, and I just see top right 90. I'm like, yep. I'm gonna hit that. This is gonna be awesome. Had the highlight of the pass to Grella yesterday. This thing's gonna smoke that up, and then I'm walking right off this field, and that's it for the entire thing. Mid-stroke, literally middle of kicking that thing, I feel like a a slingshot slapping me right in the thing. Boom! Feels like bang! Ball goes out of the stadium. So I missed the net by 60 yards, tear my hip flexor, and then I call it a day. That was when I jogged right off the field. And by jog, I was like dragging myself. As soon as I get to the sideline, because getting off the field is a big deal. Getting off the field is a big deal. Zach comes up to me and goes, hey, you jog off in proper fashion, okay? We need to get a guy home. I'm like, Zach, I appreciate what you're saying to me. I respect what you're saying. Thank you for your leadership in caring. I can't jog right now. And I think we're going to find out over the next couple of days, I'm not going to be able to jog for a while.